Mike is a wonderful, sometimes frustrating, like most men, 38-year-old man with Down syndrome. He loves hockey. He's a baseball fan, loves the Blue Jays. They go to the Blue Jays game at least once a summer. He loves playing on his iPad. That thing is glued to his hand. I have to pry it loose for him to go to bed. He has friends that he likes to be involved with. He goes bowling. He goes to programs where he does activities, loves to dance, loves to come here and be with his friends. He's a busy guy. When he was younger, he was much like any other child in some ways. I had more support then. I had other children at home, and I had a husband at home, and now I'm on my own with him, and he's not a child anymore. So actually the stress is much more now than it was when he was a child. Behavioral issues are huge, and there's potential for conflict there all of the time. You live with them, you look after them, you nurture them, and you do what you can to make their life as easy as possible. The hardest part is that it's 24/7. It's a constant balancing, and that's why something like here is so important, because it gives that opportunity for a break. Caring for the caregiver, we all know, is important. Living as a caregiver, I know now how important that is. The only way I get a break is to use the respite house. So I know how much I need that break. I often catch up on my sleep. I may plan to go for a nice long walk. I might plan to have a haircut. I don't necessarily plan a weekend away. Very rarely will I leave town, but I plan just to sort of recharge my batteries, look after myself, and really sleep uninterrupted for a night, sleep in, but really just recharge my batteries and have typically an uninterrupted weekend. The staff will call if there's a problem here, but by and large, they know what to do, and they look after him well. What I would say to somebody who was a parent who was afraid to use respite, I would say use it. I was afraid the first time too. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm giving my child over to somebody I don't really know very well, because I at that point hadn't encountered the staff. I didn't really know them very well, but I would highly recommend it. The staff demonstrated that they knew what they were doing. They welcomed Michael. They treated him in an age-appropriate manner, always have done. Spoke to him as an adult that would understand, on a level that he would understand. They demonstrated that they understood his medical needs. As his needs have grown, because they have, unfortunately, over the years, they've kept up with what they needed to know. They've included me in training sessions for the staff so that I could teach them what they need to know in order to best manage his health conditions, and they've been fabulous about keeping up with that. It broadens his horizons, I think. It gives him somewhere else that he's experienced. It's somewhere else that is normalizing. As time goes on, and as he ages and as I age, there's going to come a time when living in a residential setting is perhaps going to have to happen. And it helps to prepare, I think, for that, because it's an experience. It gives them experience of living in a group setting. And in some ways, it's sort of preparing them for the future, or preparing him for the future.